Welcome to Lunchtime with Liz. Today I'm going to be sharing a card with you that I created using Sale-a-Bration products. There you go. All right. So the paper that I'm using is called Sunshine and Rainbows, and it's a 6x6 pack. And let me just show you some of the designs from that. There's a lot of different designs in this pack of paper. And remember, the Sale-a-Bration items, you cannot purchase this pack of paper, but with a $50 order, you can choose this as your free gift. Okay, so lots of rainbows. And again, it's called Sunshine and Rainbows. Cute, right? Let's see. And the colors that are in this paper pack are Bermuda Bay, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Soft Sea Foam, and So Saffron. So you have a lot of options of inks and papers to use with that. So let's put that aside. I'll be using this stamp set. Is called Driving By. And again, this is a Sale-a-Bration offering. It cannot be purchased, but it can be chosen as a free gift with a $50 purchase. The ink colors that I'll be using today are Balmy Blue and Gray Granite. I'll also be using StazOn Jet Black. And I will be using a blender pen. If this is new to you, they come in packs of 3. And they're double tipped, exactly the same on each tip. They start out a white kind of clear color. And I'll show you how I can use that in a few minutes. Okay. So my paper pieces today, I have a Granny Apple Green piece of cardstock. This is just an 8.5 by 11, cut at 4 1/4 inches down. We fold this in half here. I did score it already. Use the bone folder to make a nice crease. Okay. And then I took a piece of paper from that Sunshine and Rainbows. Is that what it's called? Right? Yep, Sunshine and Rainbows pack. And that is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a circle. This is like approximately a 2.5 inch circle. You could either use a circle punch that you would have or a die. And then I have a little white piece here that is 3/4 inches by 2 inches. Okay. So I'm using this van. Your StazOn ink pad is a permanent ink. It will dry out relatively quickly. It dries fast on anything you stamp on. But there is a little plastic piece that comes inside like this. Do not throw that away. That helps keep your ink pad from drying out as quickly. Okay. So I'm inking up this van here. I call it the Scooby-Doo van. It looks like a Scooby-Doo van, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and stamp that right on here. Pull that off. And there we go. There's the van. Set that aside and let's do our words right away. The words in the stamp set, there's All Thanks, You've Got Style, and Driving By Just to Say Hi. This is the one I'm using right here. So I'm going to ink that again and stamp. And there we go. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. And I'm just going to give that a minute to dry. I'll set those right there for now to dry. Let's go ahead and put this piece on. And I'm using Stamp and Seal. Eyeball it. I kind of like move it around, eyeball it where I want it to be before I really press it into place. Okay, so that's pressed into place there. And now I'm going to come back to my van here. And I'm going to open up my ink pad. And this is where I'm using the Stamp and Blend. I just in case it was used on something else before, I'm going to just scribble on here to get rid of any offensive color. It looks good. I can pick up ink on this ink pad and color with it. And then when I want to go to another ink pad, I can just do this and get rid of that color and go right into another pad. So it just picks up ink color. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick up color right from the ink pad here. And I'm not going to go over the black lines, but rather within the black lines, and just a light touch and just making the whole thing gray. Okay, and then I actually went back over. I made the whole thing this gray. And again, this color is gray granite. Yep. And then I just put a little extra layer on the tire itself. I have a son who's a car guy, and I tend to call this all the wheel. And I've been corrected that the rubber part is the tire, not the wheel. So anyway, we're going to make the tire just a little bit darker than what the wheel is. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to close that up. And I'm going to just, on my scratch paper, get rid of that gray color. And I'm going to come in with the Balmy Blue. And then the Balmy Blue, what I'm doing is picking up color. And I'm just starting at one end. And I kind of want to have some shading. So I'm really not re-inking. Just start one. That one I re-inked a little bit, but I'm not re-inking within one section, if that makes sense. Okay. So there's like 3 sections of this van right here. I'm only going to re-ink once for each section. If you want it to be darker, you definitely could ink it again. I just want to have a little bit of shading. And I don't worry about being exactly, it's again, sort of like a watercolor look, and that's it. That's all I did with that. Very light, not a whole lot. All right, and that's it. And then I just take this Stampin' Blend, this blender pen, this blender pen, and I'm just going to get rid of the blue color and close that up. Okay. And let's just take adhesive. And I'm going to put that down right here. Okay, now this piece here that has the driving by to just say hi, you can leave it just like that and just attach it wherever you want it. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so what I did with mine is, do I have my scissors here? I do. What I did with mine is I just took my pair of snips. If you don't have these snips, add that to your order. They're awesome. All right, so I'm just going to cut right through the center. Okay, this one, I'm just going to cut off a little bit here. And leave it just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take my dimensionals. There are mini dimensionals, or you could take your regular dimensionals and snip them in half, which that's what I have on hand at the moment. So I'm using the regular size and snipping in half. And I'm going to take this piece with the dimensionals on it and put that right there. Now this one's driving by, zip, 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 right? So I'm going to kind of give it a little bit of motion. And I'm going to cut these on an angle. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing here, as I'm going to take a half dimensional, just cut them in half. Someone asked me today about the mail, and do these dimensionals affect postage? They really don't. They're squishy. So I use dimensionals on just about every card I make, and I've never had a problem with just using regular postage to mail them. Okay, we're just going to put that down right there. And there we have it. Turn it over, press it all down, and there's the card. driving by just to say hi and see a little bit different look by just using different pattern paper. But same idea. So that's it for today. And like I said, the paper is Sunshine and Rainbows. And then the stamp set that I use is called Driving By. And both of these are Sale-a-Bration words are hard, right? Are Sale-a-Bration offerings that are free with a $50 purchase. So any questions, shoot me a message, comment below. And I hope you have a great day. And I hope that gave you a good idea. Talk with you later. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.